y'all. Welcome back to my channel, Knotty Love Movement. I'm just giving YouTube a chance to send out notifications. Please hit that like button as y'all loading up to the room. Hey, Julius. That's cool. Oh, I thought he was a self-infuser. Let me put on my do not disturb. Because I'm on my phone. Yes, please hit the like button. Share if you care. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. All right, I just wanted to jump on here to discuss a few stories. I want to get into this fake new evidence that they trying to come out with Tory Lanez. Like, I didn't even know if I wanted to entertain it, but I'll give it a few minutes, okay? Like, Tory need to go sit down. Because I followed the trial through Neek at Night. And she gave a blow by blow. And it's just like they want to come out with all this new testimony after the trial. Like, it doesn't even matter at this point. People are dumb. Please like, comment, and share. Yes, I'm eating my lunch at the same time. Multitasking. I had me a shrimp wrap on a spinach wrap. That was delicioso. And now I'm eating an apple walnut chicken salad. It was good from the salad house. Trying to do better, y'all. Trying to get the diet together. So I don't have to be on medication. Nobody got time. Don't nobody got time. I'll give it one more minute and then we'll go ahead and get started. Please follow me on all my different social media platforms. I'm on TikTok, Twitter. I'm mainly on Instagram, Facebook. I vlog a lot of my life through there. Please check out my live from earlier. We went through Kim Porter's new memoir. Some of the footage was leaked. And Diddy, what's your excuse now? Was it a dark time then too? I'm just saying. He be doing the most. He be doing the most. And he expect women to be his peasants. He looks at women as property. That's his problem. And he wreaking havoc upon all these women. And it's because he ugly. If he ain't had no money, nobody would mess with him. Sorry, I had to make sure it wasn't nothing wrong. So yeah, let's get into it. All right. Let me set myself up. Let's start off with Tory Lanez fake news. His fake evidence. Shout out to the neighborhood talks. Kelsey's trending right now because the driver called herself coming forward with the statement. So, Tory Lanez driver finally provided a witness statement. Claims Kelsey Grabaya, or Grabaya, grabbed the blicky, or something with the blicky, and Tory tried to wrestle it from her when Meg was blicky. But appeal courts won't accept it as new evidence because Tory's legal team declined to call him as a witness during the trial. Hello? Unless you got video footage, Tory vindicating yourself, or eyewitness, that's considered new evidence. This is not new evidence. And I was listening to Nick at night yesterday, and she said she was there. They was about to let the driver testify, and it was a holiday weekend. And so then Tory's team declined to let him testify. It's not new evidence. You had the opportunity to testify, sir. Let me see if I can read this. He says, I was the driver, bodyguard, Mr. Deister Peterson, who is better known as Tory Lanez, in July of 2020. So he gets into like how they called him, and he had to pick them up from Kylie Jenner house. I ain't getting into all that. He's claiming that Meg and Kelsey got into a fight. And basically there was a tussle. But he's testifying about the girls fighting, but can't say nothing about who actually did the deed. He's leaving all that out. Sir, go sit down. Hey, smiling with Erin. Sir, go sit down. None of this is relevant, but the appeal court will not accept the new evidence. That's why I don't know why they put this out. Because it's pointless. It's pointless. Unless you could produce video footage or a new eyewitness to the situation, nothing's going to happen. And I believe Nika Knight. She was like, Tory's very talented. I love his music. He's been releasing music from behind bars or whatever. I love the song, I Ain't Been Broke in a Minute. He's real talented. But Nika Knight said, by the time I left that trial, I knew Tory did it. And for a misconception out there, he had gunshot residue on him, and so did Kelsey. Kelsey got immunity. There was bullet fragments in Meg's foot. Like, this is all distraction. Tory must have needed some attention. Let's see what the Twitters are saying. So Score Upper says, Tory was being a ninja and dating two friends who shouldn't have been feuding behind each other. Anyway, if he ain't Blicky Meg, he is owed an apology. Lock Kelsey up. The end. Riley Freeman, she said, I don't entertain Tory Lanez fans because they told us Megan was never Blicky with the same passion that they have about Kelsey being a Blickier. The truth came out in court of law already. The court of public opinion won't overturn that conviction. Period. Megan is a liar. She said she didn't put her hands on anybody, but the witness that was there said Megan and Kelsey were both verbally and physically fighting. How you end up with a knot? Shut up. Because this is my thing. If Kelsey did it, and I know my life on the line, and I got children and stuff like that, sir, you sat through a whole trial. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you let her get immunity? Human. You sat through a whole trial and ain't say nothing? I ain't going down for nobody else. Nah, let me guess. You trying to abide by the street code even though you ain't in the streets. Like, stop it. People kill me with that bull swanky. If your life on the line, you do what you got to do to get out of that situation. And if Kelsey did it, he should have said something a long time ago. And then not only that, why were you apologizing through text messages? Why were you apologizing online? They had to put a gag on order on him for harassing Megan. Okay, like. And one of the experts testified, because I listened to Neek at Night's recount, and I trust her, because she don't have no dog in the race. She just was bringing us the news. They testified it was his alcohol use. And he said that in the text messages. I was too drunk. He was blacked out. He probably don't even remember what happened. And all the Tory fans are up in arms. If that's the case, why didn't Tory attorneys allow for the driver to testify during the trial? Because it wasn't productive or conducive to the case. It wouldn't have freed him. Only thing he was going to testify to, and this is old news, Knotty Crew. Only thing he was going to testify to is that he saw a fight between the girls. This is a bunch of waste of time nonsense. People do anything to trend and troll. Now, on to more serious trials, Young Thug, okay? It's been a lot going on in that circus down there in Atlanta, okay? All right, as you all know, Young Thug's attorney accused the original judge of having a parte meetings on the side. He called him out for it, called out the prosecution, and the judge ended up convicting him of contempt of court, and he sentenced him to weekends in jail. Since then, that judge has recused himself. Hey, Danny Omega has recused himself, and now we are finally on, because another judge was appointed and she had to recuse herself due to conflict of interest and relationships she had with the prosecution and things like that. So now the new judge, she just denied motion. Her name is Keisha Gale. She has denied motion to reconsider Young Thug's bond. I mean, at this point, y'all should. Let me see.
Custody since the 9th day of May of 2022. This is in my motion. It should be in my motion. He has sat through unnecessary jury selection for months, bringing in over 2,000 people when the jurors were chosen from the first 511. That should not be on him. This is excess. He's now sat here for a month while the antics of Judge Glanville and Lawyer Love and Lawyer Hilton cause him to just wander and squalor in a jail. The case is, God forbid there's a conviction, going to be reversed potentially, because these are serious issues, and I've raised them. I've put them to the court. There are issues of confrontation clause violations, prosecutorial misconduct, judicial misconduct, not being present at a critical stage of proceedings. There is no reason to believe Mr. Williams has been in custody since the 9th day. Reason to believe that Mr. Williams is fleeing. He would be crazy, because if he flees, the case goes on because it's mid-trial, and he waives his appellate rights. He has the strongest reason to believe that Mr. Williams is fleeing. He would be crazy, because if he flees, the case goes on because it's mid-trial, and he waives his...
It's not a factual finding. It's substantively before me. And if that is the case, then there will be a different ruling made that will impact this trial, that may result in a mistrial, that may result in a mistrial with prejudice, but that would not impact a reconsideration of bond. Now, if there's a mistrial without prejudice, then bond maybe could be considered then. That might be a changed circumstance, but right now we don't have that.
And I'd like you to address just one last thing that judge and district attorneys come out after the ex parte hearing and not a syllable about Brady evidence. It all should have been spilled right then. That's an ongoing concern.
It's not a factual finding. It's substantive.
Okay, so she is declining bail for him, but this has just been a circus. All right, it's been all type of misconduct and things like that, and I really think it's going to end up in a mistrial. Like, come on, how did Trump get convicted before him? How did Hunter Biden get convicted before him? Make it make sense. But I really believe in my heart of hearts, Young Thug going to get up on a mistrial. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. So the new drugs seems to not be playing. And it just resumed on Tuesday morning. But his lawyer is no nonsense. So the proceedings were marked by a significant motion hearing that followed the recusal of the original judge, add more problems to an already intricate case. Today's hearing commenced promptly at 8:45 under the watchful eye of newly appointed judge. Oh, her name is Paige Reese Whitaker. All right. So from the outset, it was clear that the judge intended to pick up where Judge Ural Glanville seemingly left off, denying two separate motions. Additionally, she rejected a request from the Fulton County prosecutor aimed at restricting defense attorneys' interaction with media, allowing them the freedom to communicate publicly regarding the trial. Judge Whitaker also declined to entertain another bond request put forth by Young Thug's attorney, Brian Still. This is just nuts. Something ain't clean in the water down there in Georgia. Hey, Danny. Love y'all. Thank y'all for joining me this afternoon. Okay, so I'll keep my eyes on that. Who was that? The Olympics. Yo, Simone Biles is looking good. She doing her thing. She is doing her thing.
I, Kamala Harris, am your Democrat candidate for president because Joe Biden finally exposed his senility at the debate. Thanks, Joe. I was selected because...
All right, so shout out to Neighborhood Talks for this next footage. We're going to get into our political bag. Gavin Newsom calls out Elon Musk for sharing a political ad that manipulated Kamala's voice. And Newsom says, I'll be signing a bill in a couple of weeks to make sure this is illegal. Because a lot of the ads you're seeing, they're using AI. See, AI is dangerous. So Gavin Newsom, he said manipulating a voice in an ad like this one should be illegal. I'll be signing a bill in a matter of weeks to make sure this is illegal. He said, I checked with renowned World Authority Professor Sogar Denuts, and he said parody is legal in America. This is crazy. So they're doing all type of things to distract and deflect. They're putting out all type of fake news. They're using celebrities and everything just to distract. I just say stay focused, people. Stay focused. Stay focused and make sure you're registered to vote. The deadline is October 17th. I'm going to keep pushing it every show that I do. I'm not here to tell you who to choose, but just vote. Just get out and vote. All right. Nia Ray, a.k.a. Big Eyes, blasts Scrappy and says he got her friend pregnant after they had a threesome. Now wants to blame her because the girl kept the baby. Child, when will they learn? Didn't we just go through this with Offset? When will they learn to strap it up? It's disgusting. It's disgusting. This is probably why he butthurt and beefing with Chaotic. Because he done got himself in some more mess. Here we go. Shout out to his on-site.
Put a finger down if you were on a Now That's TV show and you won the show, and you and the guy who you won the show with decided that y'all were going to see where things went, date, and potentially get serious. Put another finger down if you were at his house one day and decided that you wanted to invite your friend over so we can all get lit. And he tells you to have her Uber to a gas station, and you pick her up from the gas station just so she doesn't have his physical address. Put another finger down if y'all were vibing, turning up, getting lit, and y'all all mutually decide to have a threesome. And then a month later, after having that threesome that you brought your friend into, she calls and tells you that she's pregnant and by the guy that you're talking to.
Messy.
Put a finger down if you were on a Now That's another finger down if now he's gaslighting you into thinking that it's your fault and you're the cause of this, and you need to now handle the situation and talk your friend out of having a baby that he does not want. Now put another finger down if after having a conversation with her, she decides that she's keeping the baby for sure and there's no talking her out of it. Put another finger down if after y'all both come to the realization that she's keeping the child, he decides to constantly hit you up, making you feel like there is still a potential and chance out of this relationship outside of the fact that you're having a child with my friend. Put a finger down if you was a dumb hoe and thought that that was really going to work. Other finger down if now he's gaslighting you.
All right. So Scrappy has a new baby on the way, allegedly expecting a baby boy with one of the contestants from his reality TV show. This is why he was running. Chaotic. This is why he was running. This is why he wasn't showing up. Because he done commingled with the cast and got one of them pregnant. Now it all makes sense. Now it all makes sense, Knotty crew. And then you was messing with Erica in between time. Disgusting. People need to learn to protect themselves, especially if you don't know people. Especially rappers. They sleep with any and everybody. Oh, gosh. So, shout out to the Shade Room. Another one. Tesla reported issues recall on more than 1.8 million vehicles nationwide. I reference leave the world behind. Don't buy these vehicles, Naughty Crew. So last month it was the Cybertruck. And remember, he got all these celebrities buying them up. So last month it was the Cybertruck, and now this. On Tuesday, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reportedly announced that Tesla recalled over 1.8 million vehicles. You see them all over TikTok. These vehicles are dangerous. These vehicles are dangerous. And I don't think they've been tested properly for them to be on the road. Because ain't no way people riding on the road and they don't have no brakes all of a sudden. Like, you just can't trust it. I'll stick with my Beamer. I'm a Beamer girl. I'll stick to my Beamer. So, a Florida rapper, Fulio, which I've never heard of him. He was unfortunately unalive, and there has been arrest made in his death finally. Shout out to It's On Site for this. I've never heard of this guy.
This is at the hotel, and you can see the shooters are getting in position for their planned out murder. And they are shooting at Charles now, and you can see that he's the passenger in that car that's moving and trying to flee. And again, they're still shooting at him. He's the right front passenger in that vehicle.
Terrible.
It's clear from that video what they were set out to do and what they had planned to do. The investigation would later reveal that the 3 armed shooters were Sean Gaithright, Rashard Murphy, and Davion Murphy. Detectives used footage from the scene, license plate readers, and phone logs to identify 2 vehicles and link them back to the suspects. Furthermore, it was found that the shooters are members of or affiliated with rival gangs of Jones that go by ATK and 1200. Jones was part of the 6 Block gang. Detectives believe that the ATK and the 1200 worked together to target Jones as part of an ongoing feud in Jacksonville.
Terrible, yo. That gang life, it ain't worth it. It's not worth it. Now this young man done lost his life. So Vice President Kamala Harris, she arrived at Hatfield-Jackson Atlanta Airport at 4:20. That time gotta be wrong. It's not 4 o'clock yet. So she's there for her presidential campaign. So I'll look for clips on that. Whoa, Vicky dumbass. Says Barack Obama was the worst president. Then clarifies by adding because he made gay marriage legal. Dumbass. She's so stupid. People need to put a... She's just so dumb. I'm not entertaining that. I'm just not. It's this foolishness. Now, as far as the Sonia Massey case, the Illinois sheriff has finally spoke out, and shout out to the Shade Room for this footage.
I've never said in our career before that we failed. We did not do our jobs. I'm going to say something right now that I've never said in our career before. We failed. We did not do our jobs.
Okay? All right, so that's the sheriff speaking out. So additionally, the sheriff has addressed calls from the community and Massey's father to resign from his position. Y'all think he should resign? They hired him. They hired him. I need to put this in the fridge. They hired him. And his record spoke for itself. All right, Donald Trump sat down for an interview.
They're also attacking. They're
sorry guys, 1 second before we get into this next story. I gotta answer this. Okay. All right, so he sat down with a reporter, and she asked a direct question to him. What did he mean when he said Christians won't have to vote in the future? Let's see what his answer is.
also attacking you for other ridiculous reasons. They're saying that you said to a crowd of Christians that they won't have to vote in the future.
Yeah, let me say what did I mean by that. I had a tremendous crowd speaking to Christians. Almost, I mean, this was a crowd that liked me a lot. I think I'm at 97.
He loved the word tremendous. And enormous and gigantic. He think those words make him seem smart.
10% or something. And they're treated very badly by this administration, okay? Catholics are treated unbelievably. They're like persecuted. And if I might...
That's another word. Unbelievable. Unbelievably. Mm-hmm.
Say before I go into the other, Jewish people, if you're Jewish and you vote for Biden or the Democrats or Kamala or whoever's going to run, I guess it's going to be her. But if you voted for her or the Democrats, you should have your head examined, because nobody's ever been treated so badly by this. This administration is destroying Israel, et cetera, et cetera. So with respect to like a statement like I made, that statement is very simple. I said, vote for me. You're not going to have to do it ever again. It's true. Because we have to get the vote out. Christians are not known as a big voting group. They don't vote. And I'm explaining that to them. You never vote. This time, vote. I'll straighten out the country. You won't have to vote anymore. I won't need your vote. You can go back to
you meant you don't have to vote for you because you have 4 years in office.
Look. Christians are known. You know who else doesn't vote? Gun owners don't vote.
But just to be clear, what you're saying, though, you're not saying it's being interpreted as you are not surprised to hear by the left as well. They're never going to have another election. He's saying there's not. So can you even just respond to that?
I said Christians. I started off by saying, just so you understand, you never vote. Christians do not vote well. They vote in very small percentages. Why? I don't know. Maybe they're disappointed in things that are happening. But for a long time, I say, you don't vote. I'm saying, go out. You must vote. November 5th is going to be the most important election in the history of our country. Whether you vote early or not, we should have, by the way, one-day voting. We should have voter ID. We should have proof of citizenship. And we should have paper ballots, okay? That's what we should have. But we don't have that. But I said to the Christians in the room, thousands of them, I said, typically, Christians do not vote. Why it is, I don't know. You're rebellious. Something's going on. Don't worry about the future. You have to vote on November 5th. After that, you don't have to worry about voting anymore. I don't care, because we're going to fix it. The country will be fixed, and we won't even need your vote anymore, because frankly, we will have such love. If you don't want to vote anymore, that's okay. And I think everybody understood it. I didn't know there was any difference.
Well, I mean, because they're also attacking you for other...
Here was the subject, and this was Donald Trump. All over the freaking place, like he always is. Dipping and dodging and not taking ownership for what he said or accountability. I mean, I'm telling you, this man is very dangerous with his rhetoric. And now he's backpedaling. Now he's saying, well, Christians, they're the smallest percentage of vote. They don't vote. That's who people want as president, though. All right, so there was a star-studded, and shout out to Ice Cream Convos, a star-studded White Dudes for Harris event raised $4 million in donation and then sees X account suspended. Horrible. So in the show of support for VP Kamala Harris, White Dudes for Harris held its inaugural event on Monday night and raised over $4 million. Then their X account was suspended. I wonder who did that. So North Carolina, and shout out to the Jasmine brand for this one, North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper, who was in the running to be Kamala's running mate, withdraws his bid to be Kamala Harris' running mate. He said, I strongly support Vice President Harris' campaign for president. I know she's going to win, and I was honored to be considered for this role. This just wasn't the right time for North Carolina and for me to potentially be on the national ticket. As I've said from the beginning, she has an outstanding list of people from which to choose, and we'll all work to make sure she wins. I wonder what he got in the closet that he don't want to come out. Because why just drop out all of a sudden? I'm just saying. All right, and other trials, we got a lot of trial news. Shout out to the Shade Room. So R. Kelly is reportedly asking the Supreme Court to overturn his XCX crime convictions, argue he was charged outside of the statute of limitation. Nice try, Sylvester. Nice try. Continue giving your concerts in prison. So if at first you don't succeed, you know the rest. Looks like R. Kelly is trying to get his conviction overturned once again. This time on the basis that he was charged outside of the statute of limitations and tried after the law extended, the statute went into place. So Sylvester Kells, and his lawyer are reportedly asking the Supreme Court to overturn his conviction for possession of child pornography and inducing minors to have sex. They are reportedly arguing that the crimes happened decades ago and the charges are barred by the statute of limitation. Kells and his lawyer argue this once before, and prosecutors argue that in 2003, law called the Protect Act made the statute of limitations indefinite on sex crimes. Hey, Julius, yeah. Now R. Kelly and his lawyers are reportedly trying to make the case that the Protect Act extends the statute of limitation for sex crimes that took place after it was passed in 2003. And because of this, they argue Sylvester crimes should still be barred by the previous statute of limitations, seeing that his alleged crimes happened back in the 1990s. The Supreme Court will reportedly decide on the hearing. Kelly's appeal in the next few days, so I'll keep my eyes out for that. I can't deal with Dr. Umar. I think he racist. I said it. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. That's my opinion. I think he racist. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's about the age. I love y'all for joining me. I just wanted to come on here to give my spew about what I thought about the Tory Lanez fake new evidence. Like, this is already known. This is not new news. Take you as you may. He's in there for a reason. He's in there for a reason. So I love you all. I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'm about to go take me a nap because your girl is tired. I don't know if it's this weight, but I just been feeling sluggish and I've been having to need my naps. So I love you all. Please like, comment, share. Follow me on all my different social media platforms. Leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think about this fake new evidence that they are bringing forth regarding Tory Lanez. Let me know what you think about Young Thug being denied bail again. Let me know what you think about the whole prosecution down there. And I think it's some dirt going on in that water. What other updates that we have? R. Kelly. Oh, Scrappy. Let me know what you think. Irresponsible. He is like Pinocchio. I don't never want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. That's what Scrappy giving. You still making the same mistakes. Like, don't you have enough kids? That sucks. People need to learn to use condoms for real. You don't want no kids. Strap it up. Strap it up. You see the laws. Ain't no getting rid of them no more in certain states. Reckless. And I feel like this is a component why he mad at Chaotic. I love you all. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Until next time, Knotty Crew, I'm out. 1.